Let's go. Hello everyone, hope you're okay. This video is why God wants you to step out in faith. So the first thing I've got is God wants you to step out from your earthly life and step out in faith. So God wants you to talk about your faith at work, talk about your faith to your friends, not hide you being a Christian. And a lot of us try to hide it because we're ashamed and want to show that we are part of the world. A lot of it's social media culture as well, wanting to do what everyone else is doing, posting what everyone else is doing, but God wants us to be the salt of the earth and stand out. Food without salt doesn't taste good, without season doesn't taste good, and we are, in that metaphor, if we are the salt, we make the world better. Not taste better, but like better, because we're different, and that's what God wants us to do. Joshua 1:9 says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." So yeah, don't be afraid. Be strong. Just step out in faith, because God is with you wherever you go. The next point I got: when you throw away earthly fears, you will no longer be fearful of the world, but of God. So when you humble yourself, you give your life to God, and you step out in faith, and you fear God and not what the world thinks, not what your family think, your friends think. I know it's hard because they're close to you. When you fear God, that's when you can step out fully. You will not step out in faith if you are truly still in the world. You won't step out because you're going to be afraid what those people think. An example of an earthly fear could be worrying about money. I'll use an example. You maybe not want to step out in that ministry, step out in that church endeavour you got, because you maybe think, oh, is it going to pay? They ain't going to pay any money, or the money might not be much at the start, but usually when you step out with God, it's not going to have a lot of money involved. It'll probably be not any money, maybe for years, not much money, because he's trying to humble you and go stepping out of faith. He's trying to say, doesn't it involve loads of money? Sometimes it's about me. So yeah, that's an example. Next page. Stepping out in faith is scary, really is, but God will guide you through it. He'll be with you through it, and he'll give you little pointers, because that's what he wants us to do. That's the mission. You'll experience stepping out in faith: judgment, persecution, rejection, depression, anxiety. They're just 5 bullet points I got there. Yeah, stepping out with faith in the Lord. People are going to reject you, judge you, persecute you, but Jesus got persecuted for it. For saying he was the Son of God. So you'll go through it too. Sad times. Matthew 10:20 says, "For it will not be you speaking, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you." So whenever you do step out in faith and you feel like this is uncomfortable, God is speaking through you. And God is all powerful and all knowing, so you don't have to worry. He will spread the right message. Don't be worried about what if what I'm saying is not what God wants, because he's speaking through you. God is going to use your faith to build up the church. You need to step out in faith. So yeah, we all have gifts, different gifts, and they all build up the church. So once you step out, it may take you a bit of time to realise what God wants you to do. But you will use it to step out. For example, like I'm quite a pastoral person. I like to be one-to-one with people. I like to make sure people are okay. That's my gift. Where some other people are preaching at the front of the church. So we all have different gifts. So yeah, we are the vessel he speaks through. So don't be afraid despite the rejection. You're gonna get rejected. Just get used to it being a Christian. But God's gonna speak with us. So that's all I got today. Step out in faith for God and don't be afraid of rejection.